Hi, I'm Carrie Monk, and this is my Business 115 course project. I chose option two and picked five different current events to go over. The that I included were conflict of interest, which is when one's personal interests interfere or compromise with their judgment, contracts, a written or spoken agreement, defamation, damaging the good reputation of someone, restitution, restoring an injured party to its original position, money laundering, the concealment of the origin of illegally obtained money. The first topic that we're going to cover is conflict of interest. This is a case that I found, and it involves Moores and Cabot in the Security and Exchange Commission. What happened? Two clearing brokers would share the revenue they earned and pay incentives if certain thresholds were met. So, if certain thresholds were met, they would share with other people the revenue that they earned, which is not okay. And what resulted from that is that the fact that they were sharing revenue presented conflicts of interest. Moores and Cabot would not disclose any information about the topic or discipline of the two workers. Moores and Cabot ended up paying more than $2 million back for their conflict of interest. The next topic that we're going to cover is contracts. And this is one that's super fun for me to go over because I'm a big fan of Taylor Swift, so I know this one super well. Who's involved in this case would be Taylor Swift and Big Machine Records. So what happened was Scooter Braun purchased Taylor Swift's entire music catalog, even though she had requested prior before he bought it that she be given the chance to buy it herself. He didn't give her the opportunity to buy her music back, so he bought it and then sold it for millions and millions of dollars more to someone else. And there being when a clause on her previous contract expired, she was able to start re-recording her albums so that when she re-recorded them, they would be hers. And kind of like a loophole in the contract almost. And that can be found in chapter 10, unit 3. And my sources down here. The next topic we're going to cover is defamation. This was another article that I found, or news article that I found, and it includes Kayla and Kelly Bingham and the Medical University of South Carolina. What happened? The twins faced a huge amount of ridicule and harassment after being accused of cheating on their exams. They were faced about 2 feet apart from each other, and they have been accused of cheating because I think they made the same grade, if not close to the same grade, and missed similar questions. But a jury ruled in favor of the twins after the defamation case because it just wasn't ruled right, and they were awarded up to 1.5 million as compensation for the torment that they faced. And this can be found in chapter 7, unit 2. And that's my source right there. Next one is restitution. And I remember that I seen this in the book, but I could not find the page number, but I know it's in the book. But restitution is the next one that we have. And for this particular one, the people who are involved are Piper Lewis and Zachary Brooks. Lewis murdered the man who sexually assaulted her, and she was charged with first-degree murder. She received 5 years of probation and 200 hours of community service. Plus, it was also said that it was voluntary manslaughter and then willful injury. The outcome of it is that she has to pay his family $150,000 in restitution plus $4,000 in civil penalties. And even though something bad happened to her, she still committed a crime on top of that. So this is why she has to pay that money. The final topic we're going to be discussing is money laundering, which is something that's really inherent these days. And this particular case involves a wealthy Russian businessman and the National Crime Agency. The man was arrested at his home due to suspicion that he was laundering money. Other offenses include conspiracy to defraud home office and conspiracy to commit perjury. This is important when it's dealing with business law because money laundering is a very intense thing, and um, it's a vicious cycle, as you can see in the diagram that I included, and it can be found in chapter 6. Um, Over this course, we have covered a multitude of different things. These particular topics are the ones that just stood out to me the most. Not only is it interesting to learn about these different topics in class, but it is that much better when you can actually like, get back to the real life in the real world life. Like I did with the Taylor Swift one, it was really fun for me to be able to talk about that one and actually be able to go a little bit in depth and kind of know exactly what I was talking about and get a better understanding for it because I wouldn't have had that understanding if I had not taken this course and learned. But I hope to learn so much more when it comes to business law, and so far it has been super eye opening. And that is the end of my course project. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.